Buenos noches. Um, Welcome to 1-800 Sad Design. For the audio listeners, just a heads up. This isn't the current setup. It is Easter. Well, hold on a minute. It was Easter. So Ayden had family plans, and since I'm out here in Idaho, I didn't really celebrate Easter. So I was like, you know what? Today would be a good tester. I've always wanted to do a solo episode, kind of see how it would do. Mainly because I think in person, I don't really like to talk to anyone. I'm like, if I'm out, I'm mainly there to get. If I'm like shopping, I will. I'm just like going to Target, Home Depot, Costco to get what I want, and I'm out. Or there's like other people, like my mom, who's like, if she sees anyone, she's like talk for hours. So kind of like very introverted, I'd say. But when I go out, I'm like, please, I don't want to run into anyone I know. I mean, it's always nice to like run into someone, but I mean, sometimes I'm just like, ugh. Like if I'm at a farmer's market, like every Saturday, I'll be like, yeah, I'd be fine probably running into someone. But if it's like at Costco and I'm just getting all like my little snackies, I'm just like, I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I was just like, eh. Well, also probably would have been, actually, I don't know. Because like Costco they used to sell their Legos and everyone knows it was like $10 cheaper, or maybe more like 10% cheaper. It'll probably just be like, oh, you're getting another Lego set? I was like, hell's yeah, I am. But now they don't do that, so I don't really. Anyways, so yes, the reason, and then for the video people, or I guess audio people, I am currently just laying on the couch with the lights off and all the background lights on, and I kind of just wanted to do this mainly because if it's just me, I'm just gonna be talking about random stuff, probably just rants or things that have been going on. So yeah, I just want to lay down comfy. Didn't want to do it during the day because it's a little warmer. Wanted to be under the blanket. Just took a shower, so I'm feeling nice and clean. And yeah, also I still don't like being in front of a camera. So even though it is looking at me, I can like see my screen while it's recording, and I'm kind of in this like dark abyss. And I'm very, I like move my arms a lot when I talk, so the video people will see my arms moving and obviously no, but I feel like this is more of a visual, or not visual, audio episode. But yeah, since Ayden's not here, in her place is my giant. I'd probably say it's 3 feet. It's a 3 foot long hot dog. It's made out of like PVC. With my giant Portland Gear hat. I mean, you can't really see it, but I was like, maybe I should put something there for the thumbnail. So if I can cut that out and all that, great. If not, I'll improvise the thumbnail. But yeah. Also, I don't really know if it's being picked up with all the noise gates and whatever, but I have music playing in the background just to fill the empty noises of when I'm between topics or whatever. Because I don't know how this is going to go. I'm also going to probably try to aim for 45 minutes. Mainly because I probably can just talk to myself for an hour, but it's, what time is it? Precisely 12:33 right now. And I have work tomorrow. And I like to get my sleep. And I like to wake up relatively early. So, speed run it, but also just talk about random stuff. Yeah. Basically, just picture this as a free bonus episode. Even though the bonus episodes are nothing like this, and they'll probably won't be solo episodes, but I kind of just wanted to do this because I thought it'd be fun. I'm also forgetting a lot of things that I've already said, or I kind of planned things out, but I didn't write anything down. I was just going off the top of my head. I'm trying to think. It's also hard with this music because it's so dang good. I guess I will talk about music lately. Probably past month, I'd say. I've been getting back into my Bo Burnham phase, I'd say, I guess. If you don't know Bo Burnham, he's like a comedic music artist, I guess. Kind of like that. So he does a lot of like funny comedic songs, and I think they're really funny, and I like to listen to them. So right now, I kind of have some of those songs playing in the background. Um, but yeah, I also do struggle just finding music in general. Like I love listening to music whenever I'm doing anything like cleaning, working on the house, designing, stuff like that. I just don't like sitting down and like listening to songs and trying to find a new song that I like. Which is why I loved listening to the radio when I was younger, because you're kind of forced to. But now it's all like Spotify. So I don't really find new music. I will say the way I find music now is just through Instagram. But lately I'm not like a huge fan of them. I just have like 2 to 3 songs total. But Joe, the DJO guy from Stranger Things, and then I mentioned him because I used a picture of his in my fun of the week. But his name is Evan Fong, and he only has 2 songs out, but he did start like January. But I like his; they're more upbeat. But yeah, I mean, my music preference is all over the place. Like everyone's normally has like their go-to genre, like rap, K-pop, country, whatever, and I kind of I dabble in everything, just like everything that I do in life. I like to do a little bit of everything, so I just dabble. I just dip my toes in it and dabble. Um, but yeah. What else about music? I do like the 70s, 80s, and 90s, like rock and pop stuff, but I haven't been listening to that a whole lot. I do think that is because I'm out of school. I feel like I listened to a lot of that when I worked at the bowling alley when I could play my music, but since I don't, I'm more of like, because when you're at the bowling alley, you have to play music that fits the vibe of bowling, pool, and all that, while also it's like you like it. So if I like worked the closing shift, I would play that playlist. Um, but yeah, and then I still do, but not a whole lot. But I listen to a lot of Taylor Swift songs. I had a whole playlist of it, but I don't know why lately just haven't been listening to a lot of it. I think it's because I've like past like 2 3 years I've kind of like listened to her stuff nonstop, and then I think I've kind of like overdone it, so I'm taking a little break. But I'll probably go back into it again. Uh, but yeah, I will say music is a pretty big part of like what I do in my everyday stuff. Uh, I did find it funny though because the Spotify recapped when it says like this is the most minutes you've listened to in a day. When I looked at mine, it was uh, 1440 minutes, and I was like, that sounds like a lot. And I looked up, and that is literally a full day's worth of minutes. And I was like, how is that possible? But if I think about it, it does kind of make sense because it's like when I go to sleep, I play Spotify, like either some jazz or like my Laufey playlist or just like my yearly favorites playlist. And then that kind of just goes throughout the whole night and morning. So like through the whole night, wake up, I get ready, I move the music from my bedroom Alexa to my kitchen Alexa. So I listen to it as I like eat breakfast, do my morning routine, all that. And then I pause it, go into my car, play music, go to work or go to class. Or like if I go, it was this day I think was when I was just in school. So I would go to school, but I have my earbuds on and just longboard to campus. And then it was probably like a work day, and it was my senior year, so it was like work two art classes, and then I'd work, but probably just 2 work days in a row. So I was just listening to music nonstop, and then went straight to work, which was the bowling alley. Played music there, went home with music still playing, and then got home, played music, and then probably played some games, and then went to bed. So it does make sense, but it's like it's a lot, and I was kind of surprised. But yeah, I mean that's kind of like the fun part about Spotify Recapped as well, though. Like, it's like like an achievement type thing. So yeah, that was just a little talk on my music stuff lately. I think I said it before, but I don't know if the music's being picked up through the mic in the background. I do have it pretty low. But yeah, what else did I want to talk about? I guess I'll go over what I've kind of been doing the last 2 weeks. I mean, nothing too big. I don't think. I don't know. I feel like I've been forgetting a lot of things lately. I also just like, I feel like I don't remember certain things as much as I used to. Maybe just because they're not as important. Design work. I don't think I've worked on anything. I did design a couple new things at work that I wanted to like experiment using the laser cutter and our UV printer. I think the plan is to just make like a prototype to like pitch to a future customer, but basically it's a name tag that's UV printed and all that in a special, more designer related way. So I think for like my prototypes, I was gonna make a couple for some friends as like a little surprise gift. I don't know what they would really use it for, but I think it's kind of. I think if I nail like colors and print quality and all of that, I think it will look really nice. And it's more of just like a nice little thing to have. You can like hang it up in your office or whatever. Um, I think that's probably the only new thing I've designed. Um, I started a new little personal project where I'm making a collection of. I made a template of a poster, and right now it's just a 10 by 10 grid of it, and basically I just make a new poster for every new typeface I find. So it'll be a lot of the fun of the week typefaces, some that I use at work that I find just because it's like I wanted to find a new typeface for a certain design, or just a new typeface I find for a personal project. And so I'm hoping by the end of the year I'll be able to have found 100 typefaces, which is kind of a lot. I was also going. I can give like a brief verbal explanation of the layout, but basically, I also don't really remember. But I think on the top left, I did like the name of the collection, and then like a word that maybe describe. First of all, I had ChatGPT create 100 character sentence about graphic design, and I think it's about typography. And then I just created like a little chapter title of that little phrase, and so that's underneath the name of the collection. So that's on the top left of the poster, and then the center I have a registration mark just to fill the space and kind of give that like kind of look. And then the top right I have the name of the typeface and then the like quote unquote label of it. So it's like display sans serif, display serif, body, script, hybrid, whatever. And then in the center, I think the size is probably, well, size doesn't matter because it's all being shrunk down. but large character, just keeping the baseline all the same, centered with a gradient, and all the gradients will be different for the 100 posters. So it'll be like cool little color mash. And then on the very bottom, the two corners, more registration marks, and then on the bottom centered are the colors that I used to make the gradient. So super simple, but I thought it was kind of cool because I do find a lot of typefaces and some are pretty cool. So yeah, there's that 100 character message. I was thinking about doing like a slow reveal, like when I do 10, which is a whole row, I'll like reveal the word or part of the phrase. I still might do that. I'm not too sure, but I can't even remember what the phrase was. But I know the first word's typography, which is 10 characters, and it's perfect because it fits all across the top. But yeah, so that's like, it's very small, but it's a fun little design project that I was like, yeah, might as well start it. And then even if I wanted to, I could print it out. And I'm hoping it will look cool when it's all together. So yeah, that's, I guess, the second thing I've started. I've started a bunch of other stuff, but I like to keep it like secretive and private. But one of them I am working with a couple friends, and we're starting small, but they might blurt some things, which I don't really mind. What else design wise? I have thought about many projects, but it's hard for me to just push myself to start it because I don't want to get into like that rabbit hole of like just main focus. I feel like I should just start it, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. I have a lot of things that I should be doing that I'm not, which isn't really good. But yeah, I think that's it for design. Yeah, I don't know why. I just haven't really been working on a lot. But yeah. Other outside life things. Finally started, or not started, but resuming painting my garage. My God, it's taken forever. I thought it was going to be so easy, but it's not. So, and I wanted it to be ready by summer, which I still think it will, but I'm kind of just like, it's very bad of me, but I'm like half-assing it. So, yeah. Looking back, I shouldn't even bothered repainting it because I think after painting it, you can see way more damage. And I'm like, damn, that is just awful. So, kind of regretting it. But I think since I'm half-assing it, I feel like right now I'm just priming it. And I should do like a typical interior coat, but I think I might just leave it as a primer. Just because it's going to be covered up with like my tool cabinet, tool benches, all that type stuff, shelves. It's like, you're only going to really see the roof. So I think I might just give up, which is kind of bad again, but also I don't really. It's the garage. Come on. I don't really mind. So yeah. So that's one thing. I got a griddle. It's not recent. It was probably like 2-3 weeks ago. Still need to get a propane tank. Still need to get that direct connector to the natural gas thing in my house. Still need to season it. I haven't used it, but I am ready for like taco griddle dinners or pancake breakfast type stuff, chorizo, breakfast burrito, stuff like that. I think I'm going to do a lot of that. It is warming up though, so it's almost grill season. Well, technically it is grill season, but I'm ready to grill some steaks, get some veggies on that thing. So yeah, I got a griddle. Oh, I do remember a brief. I had thought of it. I didn't write it down. I was gonna bring something about Facebook Marketplace. Like I feel like I had a first of all, what am I at? I'm at 21 minutes. That's pretty good. 21 minutes on the recording, probably not for the cut. But I was gonna have like a full little rant on Facebook Marketplace. Not so much a rant, but just talking about how great it is. Like I find so much good stuff, and it's like, damn. But basically, I wanted to bring that up because I got the a Lego set, the Hokusai Wave. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. But I got that on Facebook Marketplace for like $60. And I think originally it's like 100, 110. So that's a pretty good deal. So I built that, and I'm going to hang it up in my little like office area once I get a desk in there. But yeah, I think I'm addicted. Well, not a thing. I know I'm addicted to Facebook Marketplace. But it's such a great thing because you can find so many random things for like way cheaper than a regular price. Like a lot of things in my house are from a Facebook Marketplace. I also find a lot of fun stuff. Like there are times where I kind of have to hold myself back because it's like, do I really need it? Like that's the main question when searching Facebook Marketplace. So yeah, Facebook Marketplace is great. I do wish they just made a separate app so I don't have to like deal with scrolling through Facebook. Although I also don't really mind seeing what some of my Facebook friends post, which are very few. It's mostly family. So yeah, that's Facebook. Oh yeah. So today, well, technically today's Monday, but I'm gonna say it's Sunday. So yesterday, which is Saturday, I went to the Bogus Basin Pond Skim. First time ever going to see one of those in person. And I mainly went for my last spring sesh and to take some photos. So I was mainly excited to take some photos. I took my film camera. And when I thought I had like a fresh roll in there. But when I got up there, I remembered that I took it to my Jackson trip and I only had 4 shots left and I didn't bring an extra roll. So I only took 4 photos and I don't know if I'm going to like them. I don't know when I'll develop them either. But basically, I just took 4 photos of people doing the pond skim action shots. I did want to save at least one shot to get like a picture of they had like Red Bull people there handing out Red Bulls. And I really wanted to, I don't know if it would have been good, but I feel like it would have been good to capture the moment. But I really wanted to get a picture of them either in action or just like a candid or just a regular like portrait photo. I feel like that would have been a good one. I probably should have just done it, but I missed that opportunity. Maybe next year I'll do it. But yeah, the pond skin was super cool. It was weird though because when I was trying to take photos, I had like a lot of drunk people talk to me, and I think it's just because I didn't really grow up around like drunk people in general. But it just feels weird talking with them because they're like yelling in my face, which it's like that's fine, but I'm also just like, how do I respond to some of the stuff they say? So I kind of just like yeah type stuff. So that was a little weird, and that's kind of why I moved my observation spot. But yeah, that was nice. Had a lot of good runs. It was slushy, but I don't mind the slush. Although I will say when it did warm up, I waxed my board for this type of conditions, but I was still sticking in some spots. But that was good. And then I met up with my boss, Levi, who is a ski patroller there, and he was working. I was like, want to go on a few runs? And yeah, so we went on a few runs. We moved to another spot to watch the rest of the pond skim, and they had snow bikes, the bikes with skis on it. There's like 4 of them that did the skim, and it was actually really cool to watch. We got to watch it from the top. So that was really fun. So yeah, that was fun. It was also interesting to see all the people who were like, I found out people camped the night before. I don't really know why, but They camped the night before in the parking lot. There were a lot of like tailgate things going on, so that was pretty cool. Lots of stuff going on. But yeah. So that was yesterday. Uh, Today, which is technically Easter, not Monday, I just chilled. Painted some of the garage. Should have done some yard work, but I didn't. Took a fat nap. I don't know why, but I was super tired today. And I think that's kind of why I'm up late right now. Recording this is because I did take that nap. So I'm kind of just, instead of like doom scrolling Instagram or watching YouTube, I decided. Well, I didn't decide. I wanted to do this whole episode in the dark like this. So, and there's no way I was gonna wake up early today to do it because I went to sleep late yesterday. And I was like, and I didn't want like the light coming in through any of my windows, so this was perfect conditions essentially. So it was planned. What else? I should have wrote some of the stuff that I want to talk about. What am I at? I'm only at 27. It's only been 6 minutes since I last checked. Okay. Let's see. The fact that I'm in for 45 minutes is kind of insane. I am also getting a little sleepy when I'm full horizontal. I also did say, I don't know if I said on an episode or after we like stopped recording, but mainly because of the way this mic is. But where it is right now, it's like kind of a perfect spot. I do just kind of wish I could just lay like this for every single recording. And yeah, I don't do it though because it's kind of like, I don't know, it just feels weird if Ayden's like sitting and I'm just laying down like this, probably like half asleep, kind of yawning and all that. So yeah, I guess yeah. Well, it did just pop up. Original idea was this, what I'm doing right now, but I was also like, what if I change it up a little bit? I was like, what if I talk and design to keep it on the design trend or track? Or I was like, what if I build a Lego set while I record? Problems with both of them, the designing things, when I design, I get quiet and focus. So I don't think, and it's like a lot of talking to myself. So I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of good conversation. And then the Lego set, I feel like it'd probably take like 2 hours to complete. And I'm talking about the wave one. Probably take 2 hours to complete. And I did not want to do like a quote unquote 2 hour recording because it'd probably just be me doing a live, why did I just blank? I don't know. Live commentary. That's a live commentary of what I'm doing and how annoying that build is. I mean, yeah, it is annoying. There's a lot of studs and all that. So yeah, I didn't want to do that. So I was like, yeah, just do laid back. So yeah, pretty much there's nothing design related about this at all. Yeah. And I'm sure Ayden's going to have to listen to this one too, because she's probably going to be like, what did you even talk about? And I'm going to be like, maybe you should just listen to it and find out, because there's nothing. I don't think there's anything great going on right now in this episode. So yeah. What was I talking about earlier? How did I even start? Oh, wait. I don't think it would have gone to anything. I'm kind of also just looking around to see, like, what I could talk about. I don't know. This is actually a lot harder than I thought when you find, like, that weird bumpy spot where you're trying to find something new to talk about. Um, what's going on in the world right now? At least my world. Oh, perfect topic. I don't know how long I'll talk about it, but Star Wars just did a thing in Tokyo. I don't even know what it's called, but they like released all their future projects and all of that, and oh, hyped, so hyped. First of all, couple days, Tuesday, we're getting a new season of Andor. Even though I wasn't a huge fan of the first season because it was pretty slow, I think this next one's gonna be pretty sick, and it leads up to Rogue One. And then they released or announced a movie called Star Wars Starfighter, I believe, and it's focused. And Ryan Gosling is the main character, and it's post sequels. I don't really know how good that's gonna be, but I have some predictions on the plot and all that. So kind of just have to wait and see how it'll end up. They announced a new animated series about Darth Maul, and I think that's gonna be sick because I think it's post Order 66. So also stoked for that. They they announced the release date and part of the like plot of the Mandalorian and Grogu, which will also be sick. We have an animated short series coming out in May, Tales of the Underworld or something. I think that's about it. But yeah, I mean, some pretty good stuff coming out Star Wars. I do like how they do it though, because they're not like Marvel, where they kind of like actually put thought into it. And we've also got like Dave Filoni and John Favreau putting in like all their thought into it, while like Marvel's just pushing out all their junk. So the past like, I feel like the past 4 years for Marvel's been pretty bad, and I'm hoping the next year or so will be pretty good. Stoked to see Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. Thunderbolts comes out in a couple weeks, I think, from now. It'll probably be out by the time this, or a week away from this when this is uploaded. Um, Captain America was pretty good. There were some things that I wasn't like, but everyone's gonna be like picky about movies. You can really never get a perfect movie. There are some though, I'll say. Um, but yeah, I think for the more geeky stuff, that's it. That's all I've got. Unless I missed some things. I just finished watching Daredevil Born Again. Never watched the first show. Watch this one though, because it's like MCU, and I kind of like to watch all the MCU things to see like how bad they messed up. But that was actually pretty good. I wish there was more action, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Um, yeah. I guess I could talk about projects that I would like to start, or things that actually, you know what? I'm going to look on my phone right now because I have this little notes document of all my design ideas, and I think I'm just going to skim through it. I think that'll be good to pass time. So let me find that real quick. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Okay. So originally, this notes document was called Drawing Ideas, and basically it was my illustration idea thing. And then it slowly turned into design projects. So I have a lot. I'll I'll just scan through it and just talk about some of the ones that I liked. So the first ones would be more illustration or like sticker um, ideas. First one is called Duty Buddies. I don't know where this came from. I think it was from the memes that I saw from where it's like pooping with your bro couldn't get any better, and it's like two toilets facing each other. So I think I was gonna do something like that. I just thought that was funny, so I think that's why I wrote it. Second one, destroyer of porcelain. I think that is also great, just because it's like after you eat like it's weird. Everyone's is always talking about like, oh, after you eat Taco Bell, you're gonna have like mad diarrhea. I don't eat Taco Bell a lot, but sometimes I'm like, you know what? I want a Crunchwrap Supreme, which is very rare when I get those cravings. But when I do, I don't get the runs. So I don't know. I find that interesting. I feel like I get the runs more from like. Actually, I don't know. I was gonna say like Wiener Schnitzel chili dogs, but I could devour. Oh, speaking of that, a while ago, I'm not sure when it came up, but I think I was eating hot dogs and I was with my friend Isabel, and she was like, "Oh, I think that we were at the fair," and I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna get a hot dog at every single booth and like try to eat as many hot dogs as I can." And I remember, I think I had like three, but I had a normally I do breakfast, a snack, and dinner, but I think that day I did breakfast, lunch, so I wasn't really hungry when I went. But she was like, "Do you think you can eat your height?" She's talking to me, so I'll quote her. "Do you think you can eat your height's worth of hot dogs?" And I first was like, "That is disgusting." There's no way you can eat like 5'10", 5'10" worth of hot dogs. And a couple of days ago, I was kind of doing the math, and like, I think a hot dog is probably like 6 inches long. Like, I'm just thinking like the average like Costco hot dog, like not the food court hot dog, the ones you like buy in the packs for like parties. I think they're like 6 inches. So if you were to do that, a foot would be two. So then you would have to eat 10. So you probably have to eat 12 hot dogs. And honestly, it sounds kind of gross, but I think I could technically do it. Like, if it was like a full day's worth of activities where it's like morning, it's probably like, I'd probably say bike ride. So, morning, probably from like 8 to 12 is a bike ride. And then you have like a little snack, like a Capri Sun and granola bar, something like that. I don't know. And then after that, I would go. This I'm also imagining this is a Saturday, so this is kind of like how I would plan my Saturdays. So biking, lunch, or snack. I call it a snack. And then I go to bowling for practice. I bowl for an hour. I don't really know if that burns calories, but it burns out my energy. And then I come home, chill out for a bit, watch a show, probably pass out just because I'd be exhausted. But I think for this day, I wouldn't want to pass out so I don't like waste the energy or waste the burnt energy or I don't know. Do something and then cook the 12 hot dogs and probably take an hour to eat them all. It'll probably take less to eat 12 hot dogs. I don't know. But I think, so yes, I do think I could eat my height's worth of hot dogs. It is gross to think about. But yeah. Um, how did I even get started talking about this? Wiener Schnitzel. That's how it was. I don't know why. Wiener Schnitzel's pretty dang good. Um, I will say though, if you get the all beef hot dogs, I do feel like it does ruin it. Cause like when I go to Wiener Schnitzel, I'm more like I want those like fake. It feels bad saying it, but it's like that fake tasting hot dog. I think that's just because I'm used to the Costco all beef hot dogs, but it just doesn't taste like the all beef ones. But it tastes better if you get like those fake Oscar Mayer type dogs, and it's like corn dog, chili dog, stuff like that. So yeah, Um, yeah. Back to the list though. Next one is BLS, bubble letter situation. I do vividly remember this is from Bob's Burgers. I don't really know how I kind of envisioned it. I still haven't worked on this one. Would I still do it? Probably, definitely, in a bubble letter thing. I think I'll probably just do BLS in the background and then bubble letter situation in one line throughout those three. It'll probably be more of a longer, wider sticker, but yeah, that's one of them. Um, the next one. The next one is Glizzy Gang. I don't know what I had imagined for it, but I'm sure it had to deal with a hot dog. Maybe a bunch of hot dogs. Oh, I wonder if it was like a drawing of like a hot dog pack, like the 12 pack or whatever. And they all have like faces. I don't know if you hear that. That was my phone ringtone. But yeah. Next one after that is Goose Gang. And I think I thought of that one right after Glizzy Gang because Boise, I think there's not a lot of geese around where I am now. I'm in Meridian, but Boise has a lot of geese roaming around. So yeah, it's kind of like the secondary mascot to Boise State, I would say, or the geese. So there's that. Um, let's see. The next one, I don't know what this means, but I have don't treat him like a vitamin. I don't know why I wrote that down, but it's here. I don't know what it means. I think it's definitely from like a song or a show, but well, yeah, it definitely is. Because why would I just think of that? Like, I don't take vitamins. So, yeah. Um, let's see. What's a good one? Oh, this one's funny because it was like from one of those like comedic accounts on Instagram. But this one says, I don't know how I would have done this. I think it might have been more of a poster. I think I'm getting into more of the posters now than stickers. But this one says, I'm like the pyramids, bricked up and can't die. I thought that was so funny, so I wrote that down, but I have not done anything with it. But I think that's definitely with the poster. And it was probably most likely going to have like the Great Pyramids behind it with like the text, and it would probably look like a propaganda parody poster. That's probably what I'm imagining. So yeah. The next one. The next one is Brewski Beer Me. I think that one could be both a poster and a sticker. And maybe I'll make that one day. Probably not soon though, but I'll probably do it one day. Um the next one is Gun Fu, which I know it came from something. I just can't remember. Part of me wants to say Rush Hour, but I don't think it was Rush Hour. Um, but yeah, it does remind me of Fart Food though. Um, I don't know why, but this just says hot dog, and then in parentheses says wiener dog in bun. Oh wait, no, never mind. That makes sense. And I did make that one. I made that one for the Saga Club. I don't know why, but I just read it as wiener in bun, and I was like, that's just a hot dog. Oh, this is a sticker and poster one. It's called Soup Season, and it was just based on the good soup meme because I used to just say good soup a lot. Um, this is probably a poster and possibly a sticker, but it's a true statement as well. It is there is no such thing as a casual game of ping pong, and that is true. That is very true. Um, I don't know if this was a sticker or a poster, but it's imitation is the highest form of flattery. I don't know why, but that's just there. Academic weapon. I feel like everyone knows that. And here I have umbrella with hot dogs. I was gonna make like a custom pattern that I can get printed on an umbrella, and then have it made and just give it to some of my friends. I thought that would have been funny. Um. Oh, I guess this is now turning to just projects in general. But I wanted to make a hot dog typeface where it's just the letter forms are made out of hot dogs. And I think that one already exists though, so probably don't have to do that. Found some stuff in here for the podcast, and yeah, I've reached the bottom of this list. I mean, I've skipped a lot of the stuff, but these are just kind of like boring things or just notes or just random things that I wrote down. But honestly, after skimming through it, I do realize that there wasn't really that many. Uh, what else? What else? I'm just looking through my notes. Um, I have a document in here that was from my German class and is like I technically did cheat because I was like you have to record yourself saying like having a conversation with someone, and I made this little document to hide next to my camera, so I could like read it if I ever got stuck. So yeah, I was cheating, but it was just this is all of my little projects, and there's a lot more. I wonder if I can even remember what all this stuff means. I don't even know how this works. Oh, I do remember what a lot of this stuff means, though. Let's see. I think one of my favorite words in German is potato. And it is, I can't remember if it's Kartoff. I think it's just Kartoffel. I think that is potato in German. Kartoffel. And then potatoes is Kartoffeln. So yeah. I did, yeah. One day I'll go to Germany. And will I use my German? Probably. And will it be bad? Definitely. So yeah. I'll just read. Let's read a. I'm gonna read a sentence, but I want to find a good one. Oh, here's one. I'll translate as well. But it says, "Mein Lieblingsgetränk ist Milchtee, Cactuscooler, Wasser und ein Chocolate Cake Shake von Portillo's." I don't. I'm sure you can figure it out, but basically, the direct translation is my favorite drinks is milk tea, cactus cooler, water, and a chocolate cake shake from Portillo's. And that is true to this day. And this was like 2, 3 years ago. Milk tea, the specific one I get, I don't even know what brand it is, but I just get Japanese markets back home. Superb. Cactus cooler. I feel like you can never go wrong with cactus cooler. Orange pineapple, like come on, that's a pretty dang good combo. Water, I'm a huge water drinker. I hardly drink like soda, coffee, alcoholic beverages, stuff like that. I just like water. And then the chocolate cake shake. That is the best thing ever in the world. I love the chocolate cake shake. I don't know why, but it's so good. It's so good. Portillo's in general, so good. Big beefs. Oh, big beef. And then Chicago dogs. Oh, so good. Um, but yeah. Let's see. Let's find another sentence. I don't know what this is, but uh, this sentence is: Du hast Turkey stuffing, Kartoffelnod, Kürbiskuchen einmal im Jahr. I don't know. I know it says turkey stuffing, something with potatoes, something cake in year. I don't I don't know what that means. I think it's something about having it once a year, which is like Thanksgiving. I think the question was like, um, do you celebrate Thanksgiving every year type thing? Um, sorry, I'm just searching for this thing. Um, damn, there is a lot in here. Okay, moving on. That's it. What are these notes? Just looking through all this stuff. Okay, well that's it through my notes. Um, I feel like I had so much stuff that I wanted to talk about, but after I started talking, I forgot it all. It's probably why I should have wrote it down, but I didn't. What am I at? Oh damn, I'm at 53 minutes. Okay. Um, I know that I'm trying to think. I feel like there's one thing I did want to talk about, but I don't. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to. I'm trying to look around and see if there's anything that's like sparking something. Um, dang it. Okay. What could I? What could I say? What could I say? What could I say? Watch I like listen back to this and just be like, you know what? It's not really worth uploading, and then we just take a whole week off. I feel like that'd be devastating because I am technically. It is 1:20 right now, so I probably won't be going to bed till like 1:30, 1:45, and I'd be bummed if this is a waste. Um, I just also got mad like that tinnitus ring thing. Don't you just love that? Um, I don't know. I think I might have to end it. I feel like I can. I'm trying to also remember what I said at the start because I feel like I had something to say at the start. Damn, this is hard. This is why people have like their little itinerary things. Um, what can I talk about? I would talk about bowling, but I don't want to talk about bowling. 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 I wonder. Yeah. It'd be funny if I just just, like, kind of just like ended it like this, where I go bye, and then that's it. But I want to do. Thank you for listening, watching, whatever this episode was. This is post editing Ty, and I just want to say thank you. If you check out our Discord or whatever, the Patreon, become a patron, get some bonus content. We just finished recording a bonus episode, and it was pretty interesting. And it is going to be a couple episodes, so we're making it a little series. And I think it'll probably be around 3 episodes. So if you want to check that out, I think it'll be pretty sweet. Um, become a patron and support us. Maybe we can make some more cool stuff. Because, I mean, I am at least poor.
I don't. I got no money. Anyways, bye.